7 of 8 from crack.
It's just been tremendous to watch. I mean, excellent form, always ready to shoot the ball, so can get it up, quick release. He's been able to continue to slide and move in front of the driving kicker. So.
You won't break my soul. You won't break my soul.
This trend is not cool. I mean, they need to get on the bus tonight, get some White Castle burgers, and drive to Atlanta. And they need to think about who they are and what they need to do, because what they're doing right now ain't even close to Laker basketball.
But this is Lakers basketball. It's been Lakers basketball for the past few years.
I know there is much we can learn from each other if we can negotiate a truce. We can find a way to coexist. Can there be a peace between us?
No peace.
Chivas and Rapalinka twirled in, twirled down, lost first round and fired Darvin. So JJ said he's the one.
I can't physically get us organized. I can't physically be into the basketball. I can't physically talk and call out reds and physically call out coverages. And it's, you know, I'm not, and by the way, I'm not blaming players.
No, there's never accountability with that guy. There's never accountability.
New Year's, same anger. Bro needs help now.
LeBron James needs help. That is the end of it.
But Bronny's sitting right there, and they say, why? Tell him that it's Laker nature. Why? 'Cause they don't have a brain, they're not deserving their name. Every year is the same.
Shut the fuck up!
Language. If my power didn't go out, I would have had this up far sooner. I would have had this up after the game. I think I was at the beginning of the third quarter or somewhere in the middle before my power cut out. I like to watch the entire game, even if it's a blowout. Once I found out Commander and Sweat himself, Jimmy Butler, was playing, I knew things would go bad. And Commander Crack is out there and Tyler Hero? Look where he's at! We've experienced this terrorist here in Detroit already, and we barely beat them, and that was without Jimmy Butler. He's chewing to get to what residue remains of crack under his fingernails. That's not normal behavior. He's showing you what he does for recreation. That is a syringe.
You can't fool a real nigga. You can fool them. You can fool the people that are not paying attention.
9 3-pointers. 6, almost 7 Heat players in double figures. They had the Lakers down 23-9 by 5 minutes, 21 seconds in the first quarter. This team was sweating at tip-off, and they stayed aggressive through pretty much most of the game, whereas the Lakers were committed for all of half the first quarter at that, and look at where being committed got them, being down double digits that early. LeBron easily, by far, played the best of the entire Lakers team. 29 points on 66% shooting. But does that mean I'm willing to alter or change what I said about him in retiring or coming off the bench?
No.
Cue a visual aid as to why. This is the lion's share of Lakers offense. Have the almost 40-year-old player bring the ball up while we wait on him to play the orchestra. How many games do you expect to win with that formula? And what do you think your record will look like by season's end with this Swiss cheese defense? No communication, no sense of urgency. Why even tie our shoes to play basketball at this point? Why even wear shoes, period? You could have socks on, slippers, just walk around the court barefoot. It's not like it'll disrupt your ability to stand still and do absolutely nothing. I should call y'all the Los Angeles Hams. They put 5 Dracs in the starting lineup.
I've mastered the ability of standing so incredibly still that I've become invisible to the eye. But my movement was so slow that it's imperceptible.
What do they say about crazy? The true definition of madness. Doing the same thing every single time and expecting a different result. Let's keep firing coaches. Let's keep blaming it on them. You went from Frank Vogel to Darvin Ham to JJ. You went from name brands to off brands to we have this at home brand. You managed to procure Dalton Connect. Great. That was a steal. What other additions have you made to your roster to get better than you were last year? Oh, we got Bronny, who you don't even play for obvious reasons, which in long term is pretty dumb because you drafted a player that you don't use. And why did you do that? To sell tickets and commemorate LeBron playing with his son. That's great. Doesn't help you win games, but whatever, so long as you're happy. Oh, but you're not happy. You're upset. You're embarrassed. You think you should be doing better. No. Not the way you've been running things. No, you get exactly what you deserve, which is this. And you expect to win a championship? You expect to make it to the finals? To somehow make it through the gauntlet that is this Western Conference? To somehow best OKC, best the Nuggets, best the Suns, best the Warriors? And you expect to do this on the back of a 40-year-old LeBron? You are disrespecting the Western Conference. You're disrespecting your fans. You play stupid games like this and win stupid prizes and say, let me roll again. You don't learn anything. This is why I detest this team. It's not just because LeBron being there. They were already inept and incompetent before he got there. And if it wasn't for him, they wouldn't have that bubble ring. Jeannie Buss didn't know what the hell she was doing prior to LeBron being there, and Rob Pelinka is apparently disliked and isn't trusted around the league. This is what they were saying when he took over Magic's position, and Magic didn't even want to do his job. It's a circus organization, a zoo of a front office, which is why they bend over backwards as much as they do for LeBron, because they know without him they would not be relevant. They don't know how to run a basketball team. They are an unserious organization. The circus has been going on for years because apparently or allegedly, Jeannie was over here dating Phil Jackson while he was coaching. These two were playing Genie in the bottle, and after Phil got her out the bottle, he put her in that triangle. And Jerry West at the time, who was affiliated with the organization, had fault and qualm with that, and Genie apparently banished him for having a reasonable criticism of this. Blasphemy, balderdash, preposterous activities. Fire the coach we want to ring with, bring a new coach in, fire him, fire the coaching staff we want to ring with, bring in JJ and his people even though he has no experience as a coach, and instead of improving our roster, let's focus primarily on getting LeBron the ability to play with his son. If this was any other organization in the NBA, they would be a complete laughingstock. It would be nonstop embarrassment. The media would be calling for their head. The fans will be calling for their head. But because it's the Lakers, they get away with this. Am I overreacting? Am I criticizing the Lakers too harshly? Does Magic Johnson's opinion mean anything? I'm just a random unhinged entertainer who masquerades as an NBA YouTuber. My opinion doesn't really mean anything at the end of the day, but his should. You got the Heat handing out free Chick-fil-A with a Lakers pack on the side. And yet I'm the hater. Lakers fans on social media will put up Osama bin Davis pictures. But hey, at least LeBron passed Kyle Korver in three-pointers made. Another milestone achieved and a loss. If you want to cure yourselves of madness, this is what you do. You try something else. How about LeBron being off ball? How about benching him, having him come off the bench? Because a 40-year-old running the offense and being your primary scoring player is an issue in today's NBA. That wouldn't make sense. That wouldn't work. LeBron helps them win games. He helps them be an 8th seed. Try something else. You see the points he scored, he had a good game and it didn't affect the outcome. You still lost. You have to do something else. Try something different. Adding another star or two isn't going to help. You don't have the draft capital to do that. And the players you have here don't want to be here. You can't teach hustle. That's what this game was about. Miami Heat hustled from tip-off to end of regulation. You can't teach heart. You can't instill fire of the soul. If it isn't there, then it isn't there. So now you try things that you've never done before and hope that works, because what you've been doing up till this point hasn't granted you long-term success. And that's with an easier schedule, and that's with refs giving you fouls that you have no business getting. That's with the pleasantries and amenities that the Lakers get year after year after year. And this is coming from a Pistons fan whose team receives fubar and coal in our stocking every single year. Worst team in the NBA, fall to 5th every single year. No refs giving us calls. Cruel and unusual punishment given to us in the way of a jigsaw schedule, playing elite perennial playoff teams on back-to-back nights. And I don't just rant and rave on behalf of the Pistons. I do so for every fan out there of a small market team. We all know how hard these NBA streets are. But the Lakers get spoon-fed by Adam Silver every single year and still can't be successful. And that's with the GOAT, I'm air quoting, on their team. But bro is 40 years old, what do you expect? Tell him to come off the bench or retire! My rage meter is filling up, and it will lead to a crash out that has nothing to do with the Lakers, actually. You will see in the coming days and weeks. Thank you all so much for watching. If you agree with anything I've said, comment below. If you disagree, comment below. Like and subscribe if you are new. Think about becoming a member of the channel if you're interested, or sign up to be a patron. I'll leave the link in the description below. Why are the Lakers trending with Hawk Tuah? She apparently pumped and dumped Bitcoin. Why are people buying Hawk Tuah Bitcoin? Oh, this world, man. Oh my God. Let me turn this off.